Today we have brought you the latest Tesla news. Tesla Model 3 Highland lands in Netherlands, fueling rumors of imminent launch. Tesla Cybertruck proudly displays its release candidate status in new sighting. Tesla Model 3 Highland officially unveiled with new design. And Tesla Autopilot Elon Mode draws attention from regulators. Let's get into all the details. So let's get started. The Tesla Model 3 Highland has been spotted in the Netherlands, further fueling rumors of a potentially imminent launch of the freshly designed mass-market sedan. Tesla has been developing the Model 3 Highland for over a year, and in the past few months, sightings of the vehicle on roads outside of the United States have been frequent. Initially thought to be built at Tesla's Fremont factory, based on filings and other reports, it seems the vehicle will actually be launched in China and will ship to customers in Asia and Europe from the automaker's Gigafactory Shanghai production plant. While sightings on public roads in China have been frequent lately, the past week has revealed Tesla is also testing the Model 3 Highland in Europe. Initially, the vehicle was seen in Germany. A few days later, it arrived in France and was spotted on highways and at superchargers around the country. Now, we have fresh images of the Model 3 Highland in the Netherlands, marking the first sighting of the vehicle in the country since its European tour began earlier this week. The Model 3 Highland seen in the images was spotted on Highway A28 in the Netherlands, less than 10 miles from the company's Zwolle showroom in Weesp, Netherlands. The Model 3 Highland is likely in Europe for testing, as Tesla plans to launch it initially in China. Because the vehicle has had so many sightings in Europe, it all but confirms that Tesla will launch the vehicle from Shanghai because the plant is responsible for the production of European Model 3 units. As far as the US launch of the Model 3 Highland, there is no timetable for an initial launch as of yet. However, Tesla has been overhauling the Fremont factory in preparation for the car's production, according to filings that have contained the namesake since last summer. Moving to the next update, Tesla Cybertruck proudly displays its release candidate status in new sighting. There are some things that cannot be denied with Tesla. The company is dead serious when it comes to the safety of its vehicles, and it is also incredibly conservative with the rollout of its advanced driver assist features. Considering the Cybertruck's recent sightings, it is also evident that Tesla has a sense of humor and a lot of style. Some of Tesla's Cybertruck test units have been spotted with various wraps, some with camouflage patterns and others with humorous wraps that are made to resemble competitors like the Toyota Tundra. A recent Cybertruck that was spotted recently, however, featured a more understated but equally unique design. Unlike other test units that were fully wrapped, this particular Cybertruck only had decals on its front end and doors. Interestingly enough, the decals on the truck featured the letters RC and the words RC Build Engineering Prototype. Tesla watchers online noted that the RC in the vehicle likely refers to its designation as a release candidate. If this was indeed the case, the vehicle could be considered a sneak preview of the Cybertruck's production version. To some amusement from social media users, the RC Cybertruck seemed to have some misaligned panels, which is an issue that's long been related to Tesla's early builds. Panel gaps or not, however, it's hard to deny that with its RC decals, the Cybertruck looked even more like a prop straight out of a science fiction movie. The Cybertruck itself is a rolling billboard of sorts for Tesla in the way that there is simply no other vehicle that looks like it on the road today. Some people will most definitely hate the Cybertruck when it gets released, but an equal number, or perhaps an even bigger number, will also love it immensely. Ultimately, it is the Cybertruck's polarizing nature that would likely make the vehicle into the game changer that it could very well become. Tesla is expected to hold the Cybertruck's first delivery event sometime this third quarter. While a specific date has not been announced, the company has launched a new referral incentive that allows users to secure an invite to the upcoming event for 30,000 referral points. Moving to the next update, Tesla Model 3 Highland officially unveiled with new design and more features. Just hours after photos leaked of the upcoming Tesla Model 3 refresh, codenamed Project Highland, Tesla has officially unveiled its highly anticipated facelift in Europe. The refresh includes a facelifted front-end design, interior changes like more screen space, including a new rear display, and increased range. Tesla says that the refresh replaces more than half of the parts in the vehicle, though we're not exactly sure how it measures that metric. The most striking change is obviously the new design, which keeps most of the same look of the current Model 3, but changes the front end to look sleeker, removing the somewhat bulbous bump in the front end of the current Model 3. We saw this front end in a leaked photo back in April, and it looks like it was the real thing all along. Now we have actual photos from Tesla, so you can see the changes in their full glory. These photos show the new ultra-red color, replacing the current red multi-coat. But this color may only be available in Europe, we'll have to wait for more word from Tesla on this one. The headlights have also gotten narrower and more aggressive looking, in keeping with the general changes, to make the front end look sleeker. Tesla says that the refreshed Model 3 will have longer range, rated at 344 miles WLTP for the standard range version and 421 miles WLTP for the long range, both with 18-inch aero wheels. These numbers are an 11 to 12% improvement from WLTP ratings for the current Model 3. But note that those are WLTP numbers, so they're bigger than the US EPA numbers. If we expect a similar 11 to 12% improvement, then you'll see roughly a 300-mile EPA range on the standard range and around 370 miles on the long range. This increased range largely comes from improvements in aerodynamics, with a lower and less bulbous front end, channeling air around the vehicle more effectively. This has resulted in a drag coefficient of 0.219, Tesla's lowest yet, down from 0.23 on the current Model 3. Which improves range by 5 to 8% on its own. Another improvement is new wheel cover inserts, which strike a compromise between consumers' desires for larger-looking wheels and more range. Aerodynamic wheel inserts can increase range by a lot, but many think the wheels look better without the caps on. There is a significant slate of interior changes as well. Deliveries begin in October in Europe and the Middle East, though Tesla has not yet announced when they will begin for North America. We don't have pricing for North America yet either, but in Norway, for example, the standard range version is the same base price as before, and the long-range version is around $941 more expensive. So far, no performance Highland version has been announced. Moving to the last update, Tesla Autopilot Elon Mode draws attention from regulators. Tesla Autopilot's so-called Elon Mode, which is not really what it is called, is drawing attention from regulators because it enables fewer driver monitoring alerts. Earlier this year, we reported on some confusion in the media about Tesla having a secret Autopilot Elon Mode. The name Elon Mode didn't come from Tesla. It came from the infamous Tesla hacker Green, who found out a new autopilot mode hidden in Tesla's software that appears to have little to no nag, which is what Tesla owners called alerts, to apply torque to the steering wheel. The nag is meant to ensure that drivers keep their hands on the steering wheel and be ready to take control at all times. Green called it Elon Mode because the name in the software suggested it was meant for executive testing. The mode is now drawing attention from regulators. In a new letter to Tesla released by NHTSA this week, the regulators are asking Tesla to release more details about this mode and especially how many people have access to it. Tesla had until last week to answer, and it's not clear if it did. Green was able to use the mode, but he has root access in his vehicle, enabling him to access features that are not available otherwise. NHTSA's concerns about Tesla drivers getting around driver monitoring are not new. The agency has previously shut down defeat devices meant to enable drivers to avoid autopilot nag. NHTSA seems to be concerned about what Tesla is doing to make sure its driver monitoring is working properly. While Tesla can't avoid all people trying to avoid nag, it sounds like NHTSA wants the automaker to do as much as it can to avoid it. That's it for now. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.